John Abent and Pastor David Diskin. Donate to support this ministry. Go to www.fbcberlin.org and click on the Give button. Select the Watchers Report. Email your questions to The Watchers Report at MediacomBB.net. Watch us on Foxcast.tv, on Roku, Apple Play, Amazon platforms. Search for Faith Baptist Church and select the Watchers Report channel. Watch us at www.fbcberlin.com. Click on the gold live stream button. Now, it's time for the Watchers Report.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Watchers Report tonight. Again, Pastor David and I, we got an exciting program. A lot of things are happening out there, and today we're going to be talking about volcanoes, an asteroid, Europe, Israel, and things like that, all right, and what it has to do with Bible prophecy. And you start putting the pieces together, I tell you, this asteroid 2024, YR4, all right, is the name of it. It's there's a possibility that it can hit the moon. I've heard estimates anywhere from 4% to a 30% chance. Problem is, it's small, and a lot of the telescopes can't see it. They had to use the James Webb to really track it. So they won't reappear until 2028. So, but there was a time that it was they thought it was going to hit the Earth, and now they know it's not going to hit the Earth. But after they were celebrating that, said, "Oh, wait a minute here, it could hit the moon, and what could that mean, and how does that fit in with Bible potentially how Bible prophecy?" What's happening there, Val? You put the slider up too far. There you go. All right. Just pull the slider back just a little bit. Remember I told you. All right. All right. There you go. All right. So let's get right into the program. I'm bringing this up, and Val, you can take us out for this. This was on February 5th, 2023. Why does my signal keep going out? Oh, no, it may be down here, Val. All right. Okay. I think it's the TV that we're seeing it. Probably, it may not be you, but I think it's that signal. But anyway, this is something that remember we were doing the counting down. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Hang on. Technology is wonderful as long as it's working. It's the feed up to her. Okay, it's back up. All right, well, if it can stay up there. Let me change the box out. No, it's not in the back of the TV. It's the feed that goes upstairs. I have another box. Hang on. Pardon us, folks. everything was working fine until we went on the air. I gotta go upstairs. Sorry, folks.
It's up right now.
Huh?
It's up right now. I don't know if it's gonna stay, but it's on.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so
So
you
if
sit
I sit down.
You gotta stand up the whole time.
Let me go upstairs. Change the box up there.
It just came on.
All right. All right, we're back. We found the problem. It was a box upstairs. Just as soon as we went on the air, it goes kafooey. It was working fine. Worked fine this morning. But I brought this up for one reason. We were counting down. Now, this goes back to February 5th, 2023. At this point, we were counting down for 1,372 days, and it's going out again. Why is it going out again? Maybe if I hold it. I think it's this one. We're counting down for 1,372 days to what? To October 6, 2023. All right? So what happened on October 6th, 7th, and 2023? We are saying counting down to the snap window event. We didn't know what the snap window event was. There's definitely something going on here.
Yeah, something's loose.
Completely lost signal. Let's check this one. All right. Let's try that. But we're counting down for 1,372 days right to October 6, 2023. And both you and I were astonished what happened,
Sure.
and that evening. But that September 30th, 2023, the last day of the Hosanna Rabbah, the great day of salvation, is when that event took place. And so I'm simply bringing this up is because when you start putting a lot of things together, they just start pointing to the potential for things to be happening. All right? Now, In the book of Revelation, chapter 12, you read about the fourth angel that sounded, and it says that the third part of the moon and the third part of the sun and the third part of the stars were affected. You couldn't see them. And what it really says is that they were actually darkened. And the word darkened there literally means that they're covered up. Well, I was looking at this asteroid, this 2024 asteroid. It will spare the Earth, but it'll hit the moon instead. What happens if it does? All right, and some of the reports on this, they really not sure. Now, this asteroid is 200 feet across. It's about the size of a building. All right, so as a result of that, this is going to impact the moon, which has very low gravity, and it's going to create a crater probably about a half a mile wide, 3/4 of a mile. What?
Bonnie said it's not working.
It's not working.
That's what she said. I asked her if it was working right now. Let me just double check. Let me just.
What's not working?
I guess the.
They're not hearing us? It's broadcasting.
She said it just came on like 2 seconds ago.
Huh?
She said it just came on 2 seconds ago after you left. Maybe there's some kind of delay.
All right. I really don't know what's going on with it, but I'm sorry, folks. The devil's in the details, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me start over. So we're talking about none of the program, nothing.
She just said it's working now, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure what she saw.
And so,
I said we hit the reset button. It's not fresh.
all right. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Back to the very beginning, I brought up the clock, the countdown clock that we had way back when. And we were counting, actually, I can't do this.
Yeah.
There's a loose cable somewhere. All right. So we were counting down for 1,372 days. We actually started the countdown May 5th, 2019.
Yeah.
And we set that window based on some of the things that we saw. And so I'm simply using this as a demonstration that when you understand the things that are going on and fitting in what you're understanding of the book of Revelation, you're able to get predictive in some of the things, potentially. You don't know exactly, you're not predicting a particular event. And so that's the way I'm looking at this event right here with this asteroid 2024. And in December 22nd, 2032, the asteroid 2024 YR has a 30, actually it's a 4 to 30% chance depending on who you read, right? They really don't know at this point. It's not going to reappear till 2028. But as I was reading some of the reports, they're talking about this big debris field. Actually, as much as 220 million tons of debris is going to be passed out into space, and eventually it will reach Earth in probably a couple days. But as you look at this prophecy, I thought, well, how would this fit in with our thinking as far as, well, if things start in 2030 or 2029, and we've laid out the chart to 2033 and things like that. We plugged in Apophis, we plugged in the asteroid Child, which is in Virgo. So you plug all those things in, and plus what's happening, how the stage is being set right now for the Battle of Gog and Magog, and then you got this volcanic activity going on, and so you start plugging all those things in, and so I plugged in this asteroid, and it lined up perfectly with the place for the fourth trumpet to sound in the first half of the tribulation. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if that's, but it's interesting when you start plugging these different things in, different events that you know are going to happen at certain times, and they seem like they line up with a prophecy in the book of Revelation. It's definitely this chord right here. So as I look at this and I think, well, if this hits the moon and it puts debris out in there and it blocks the moon, the light of the moon, it blocks the sun, and it blocks some of the stars, a third of the stars, this could be one of the ways that could be fulfilled. It says the collision, the impact crater on the moon is estimated at 1 kilometer, about half a mile wide. So about the size of the meteor crater in Arizona. Particles the size of large grains ranging from 0.1 to 10 millimeters in size of lunar material could reach Earth between a few days and a few months. So all this is just piling on. And so what I did was, in this chart that I had, let me get actually to the next one, I plugged it in with the fourth trumpet, because that's what's being prophesied there in Revelation chapter 8. And it seems to plug in. Now, the exact timing of it, who knows, but this is just an example how natural events God can use to cause the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. And so that's just something that we're going to have to watch. I need a stagehand.
All right, need some super glue.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it's just definitely this cable. That's so frustrating. No, it's out completely. I don't have a link. All right, we're going to have to can the program because I can't do it without the slides that I prepared, because nobody will see anything. We're dead in water. Sitting down. I'm not on board. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's this. I bet you that's what it is. All right. It's probably this cable because it's the feed. Is what it is. It's not that. All right, we're back in business. I was just getting ready to give up. All right, so that's probably what it is. This cable right here is going bad. All right, the feed from the computer. All right, let's go on. Let's talk about the volcanoes. All right, this is the volcano, the ancient volcano that erupts after 12,000 years. And what's interesting about this volcano is where it's at. This one's in Ethiopia. And this one has not erupted. In fact, they thought it was dormant. This is the one, and it affected India. Erupted November 23rd, 2025, local time. Now, the thing about this is, and what I want people to understand, what does this have, what does this volcano, or any volcanoes for that matter, have to do with Bible prophecy? And here you can see the ash cloud. And went all the way across Yemen, Saudi Arabia, it just missed Iraq, went into India, and it made it as far as China, was affecting flights all along the way. But it was over 12,000 years, 12,000 years at least, they say, all right? But we don't buy into that. But look at the cause and effect there, that the amount of blocking out of the sun that took place. This is in India, or I'm sorry, this is Ethiopia. This is directly there in Ethiopia. All the flights that were canceled, all right, as a result of it, because you can't ingest. Now, the scientists were surprised by the sudden eruption by this thing. And the thing of it is that Ethiopia has 58 known volcanoes, 43 have not erupted in what's called a Holocene period. So anything that hasn't, in their book, right, hasn't erupted in the last 10,000 years, let me do this. Plug this in directly. So maybe just, there you go. Oh, it's not that. It could be the cable. I'm going to check one more thing, where this one's plugged in. Somebody stuck on this cable. All right, we're gonna have to can it. I can't.
Yeah. Try.
Folks, we're gonna have to can our program till next week until we figure out what's going on here. We got a cable we think somebody stepped on. So I'm sorry, we'll get back to it. We'll do the report over next week. Val, we're signing off.
Thanks for watching. The Watchers Report. Donate to support this ministry. Go to www.fbcberlin.org and click on the Give button. Select the Watchers Report. Email your questions to The Watchers Report at MediacomBB.net. Watch us on Boxcast.tv, on Roku, Apple Play, Amazon platforms. Search for Faith Baptist Church and select the Watchers Report channel. Watch us at www.fbcberlin.org. Click on the gold live stream button. Remember to keep looking and watching for his coming. To God be the glory.